What's up, everybody? It is Amrinder Singh, and today we're gonna learn again the verbs. So there are three verbs which is very similar, all right? With one is Rokna and Rukvaona, all right? So Rokna means when something stops by itself, all right? And Rokna when you stop something, all right? And Rukvaona means when you say somebody to stop something, all right? So I'm gonna explain with these verbs, um, with the sentences, all right? I'm gonna also tell you the informal way, like how we say in talking. That's the whole thing. It's not only the textbook style, it's also how people use in regular life. That's what I'm teaching, all right? So before I start this episode and explain you everything about the three verbs, so if you wanna support me, if you think I'm producing valuable content and you learn something from me, you can support me on the Patreon. Link is in the description. And if you also want to take private classes from me one-on-one, you can also book your classes through Patreon. Everything, all the links you can check in the description. All right. So now let's get started. Okay. So the verb is Rokna when something stops by itself. All right. I'm gonna give you example. I'm not only gonna give you example one way. I'm gonna teach you how we use in past, how we use in present, how we use in future, and other conditional sentences. All right. Let's talk about first past. All right. In past, Rokna, which stops by itself, so it become Rokya. If it's masculine, Rokya. If it's feminine, Ruki. Right? Or Rokgei. So if you wanna tell me the story, let's say you went somewhere with your friend, you were driving the car and it stops. Something happened, it stops. Then you would say, ਕੱਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਾਰ ਰੁਕ ਗਈ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਕੱਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੁਕ ਗਈ ਔਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਾਰ ਰੁਕ ਗਈ. So now ਰੁਕ ਗਈ, alright? You can also use ਰੁਕੀ or ਰੁਕ ਗਈ, so it's in the past, alright? So ਕੱਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ, it means when we were going yesterday, right? ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੁਕ ਗਈ. ਸਾਡੀ means our. Gaddi means car, alright? Ruk gayi, like it stops. Now it means something happened to your car. Maybe your gas finished or something happened, it stops, alright? In the same situation, let's say if you stop, you break the car, you stop there, you stop around the shop, alright? Then you can say, ਕੱਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੋਕਤੀ, alright? ਰੋਕਤੀ ਔਰ ਰੋਕ ਲਈ, alright? So ਰੋਕਤੀ or ਰੋਕ ਲਈ in past, so it means you stopped it. Now it didn't stop by itself. When it stops by itself, then ਰੁਕ ਗਈ. When you did it, ਰੋਕਤੀ, alright? ਰੋਕਤੀ. So if it's a masculine, let's say the motorcycle is masculine, then you say ਰੁਕ ਗਿਆ, alright? If it stops by itself, then you say ਰੁਕ ਗਿਆ. If you stop it, then ਰੋਕ ਲਿਆ or ਰੁਕ ਗਿਆ. ਕੱਲ ਮੈਂ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਰੋਕਿਆ. It means I stopped my motorcycle in front of the shop, alright? ਰੋਕਿਆ, ਰੋਕ ਲਿਆ, same thing. And ਰੁਕਿਆ or ਰੁਕ ਗਿਆ, it means it happened by itself, alright? Now, in another situation, like Rokvaona, which is the actual word Rokvaona, when somebody make you or somebody told you, then you stopped, alright? So if you're talking about a car, basically, so then you can say, ਕੱਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਨੇ, like for example, I am going to explain it a little bit better. So for example, if you're driving, your friend who is sitting next to you, in a passenger seat. He saw something in front of you. Maybe there was a dog. You didn't see it. He told you stop. Then you stop it, you know. Then you say, ਕੱਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਨੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੁਕਵਾਤੀ, alright. ਸਾਡੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਰ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਕੁੱਤਾ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਨੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੁਕਵਾਤੀ, you know, like that. Like, he make me stop, you know. He said stop, then I stopped. So now I'm describing a little bit different. I'm describing the action of my friend. He told me and I stopped. So then it's ਰੁਕਵਾਤੀ, alright. Rukvaoti. If it's a masculine, the motorcycle, then you say Rukvata, alright. So he was the reason our car stopped. He told me, he shouted at me, or he yelled at me, and I press the brake, then it stops, alright. So this is how it is, you know. Another situation, we can say like let's say you are visiting me through the bus, all right. I told you, okay, I live here, but mostly bus doesn't stop here. But if you tell to the driver or conductor, they can stop your bus near to my house, all right. Then I will say, ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰ ਕੋਲੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੁਕਵਾ ਲਈ, right, or bus ਰੁਕਵਾ ਲਈ. So it means ਰੁਕਵਾ ਲਈ, like you stopped in front of my house or near to my house. It didn't mean like you stopped. It means you're gonna say to the driver or conductor, I have to leave there, or just leave me there, you know. And they mostly, if I'm so there's some buses who go to the villages, you know, like they can stop wherever you want, you know. It's not like some city buses who go one city to another city. Maybe they don't, they have some specific bus stuff, but in villages it's not like that, you know. They can stop wherever you want. So yeah, then I say rakavalami, all right. Rakavalami, it means just you basically you are gonna stop the bus by requesting a driver or conductor, all right. So that was the situation when I'm telling you you're visiting me, and that's what you can do, all right. Okay, now it was in the past and this specific condition, but if you want to talk about, let's say, in future, you know, um if I told you like you have a little gas in your car or petrol, whatever you want to call, I can say in Punjabi like petrol pala nahi teri car ruk ju, all right. Petrol pala nahi teri car ruk ju. So it means fill the tank with the petrol, with the gas, otherwise it's gonna stops, you know. Ruk ju, all right, ruk ju, I say. And I can also say a little bit formal way, ruk jaugi, all right. Ruk jaugi. Ruk jaugi means it will stop, all right. But mostly when we speak faster, we don't say ruk jaugi, we say ruk ju. Ruk ju. It's a faster way, all right. Ruk ju. So in future now, it didn't, it's like even it's a motorcycle or car, it didn't matter, it's going to ruk ju, all right. Tera motorcycle ruk ju, teri car ruk ju. So in the past it was different, because in the past is for motorcycle it was different, for car it was different, you know. Car is feminine word, motorcycle is masculine word. It was different in the past, but not in future. It's same, all right. Okay, ruk ju. Or I can say in another situation, if I will stop, right? Let's say I want to say I will stop my car in front of your house. Then I will say मैं कार तेरे घर दे कोले रुकूंगा. Now it's रुकूंगा, all right. रुकूंगा. So before it was rukju or rukugi. You can say rukugi, rukju, or rukjavugi. So when it didn't mean it will stop by itself. When you will stop it, then you say rukunga. As a guy, you will say rukunga. As a girl, you say rukungi. All right. Now in the future, it's up to the person, you know. It's up to the pronoun or the subject, like rukunga. If the girl, she would say rukungi. Now it didn't depend on the motorcycle or car. I also explained this thing on my other podcast when I was explaining the sentence structure in the future and past. So this is how it is. So in the past, mostly depends on the object, you're talking about. In future, it's only on the subject, Now, subject is you. If you are the guy, it doesn't matter. It's a car or motorcycle when you're making the sentence in future. So you say, rokunga, main car rokunga, main motorcycle rokunga. It's same thing, In the past, it was different, मैं कार रोकी सी मैं motorcycle रोक गया सी. Now the verb is रोक गया and रोकी is different because in the past we see the object, in the future we don't. All right, so in the future it would change, like if you change the subject. Let's say you bring the female, so if you are female, then you say रोकूंगी, मैं कार रोकूंगी, मैं motorcycle रोकूंगी. Guy will say रोकूंगा, you say रोकूंगी. Now it's about the subject. This is how it is. All right. Okay, so this is the rokunga or rokungi in future. Now let's say if it's up to a third person, if let's say like we are in the bus, like let's say you are the driver, I'm the conductor, we both we have a route of bus, and we know there's one person who every day come to on our bus, and he tells us to stop near to his house, even it's not his bus stop, it's not bus stop, but he says to us, and we saw him. Now we are talking to each other. Then I'm gonna say he will stop our bus there in front of his house. I will say, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੱਸ ਰਕਵਾਊਗਾ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੱਸ ਆਪਦੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਰਕਵਾਊਗਾ. Right? Rokvaona. So this verb is going to be Rokvaona in the future. Like he will stop it. Now he's not gonna stop it directly because you or me is driving the bus, So he will tell us and we have to do it, Now he is the reason for stopping the bus. But he didn't do it directly because I did it or you did it. But he said it. Then Rokvaona. Alright. So we're talking to each other. I say, oh Rokvaona, oh bus Rokvaona. Alright. So again, so when something or any vehicle stops by itself, it's Rukna, or the verb is Rukna. So in the past, it's like a rokgi or rokgya. And in the future, it's like a rokugi, alright, or rokjabugi. So rokunga, sorry, not rokunga, rokna. Alright, now this is another verb. Rokna verb in the past is like a roki or rokya. Alright, in the future rokunga or rokungi. And now the third verb, which is like a Rukvaona. Now this is the verb Rukvaona. So if when we use in past, it's like a Rukvaya or Rukvai. When this verb Rukvaona we use in the future, then it's Rukvauga. All right. If a guy is Rukvauga, if it's a girl, Rukvaugi. All right. So now let's say if we're talking about routine, somebody do frequently, right? Let's say if there's a car, it's not good condition, it's always stops. Then you say, a car roj ruk jandi hai. Ruk jandi hai. Rok jandi hai. Like it stops every day, Rok jandi hai. If you stop the car every day, then you say, मैं रोज कार रोकदा. All right. Or रोज कार रोकदा. Like he stops car every day. Or रोज car रोकदा. Like wherever he stops. Let's say he stops in front of a shop. ਉਹ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਾਰ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਰੋਕਦਾ. All right. Now, rokna become rokda when you're talking about routines. And rokna become rokda. Rokda or rok janda. Alright. ਇਹ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੋਜ਼ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਆ. ਇਹ ਗੱਡੀ ਰੋਜ਼ ਰੁਕ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ. Alright. So when you're talking about routine. Now, let's say we know that person who stops our bus almost every day. Now we're gonna make the sentence about in repetition, or it's his habit, he do it regularly. So it's present simple sentence. Then we will say, ਉਹ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਾਰ ਰਕਵਾਉਂਦਾ. Alright. ਉਹ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਾਰ ਰਕਵਾਉਂਦਾ ਗਾ. Alright. ਰਕਵਾਉਂਦਾ. Rokvaona. In future, it was Rokvaona when it's like a routine. His routine he do every day, maybe every time when he get in the bus, not necessarily every day, but every time when he get in the bus. So if he do it frequently, then we say Rukvaona. Future Rukvauga, in like activity which is regular time, then Rukvaona in past Rukvaya or Rukvai. All right. Now in another situation, if you wants to do it, let's say you want to stop a car, then you say ਮੈਂ ਰਕਵਾਉਣੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਇਹ car ਰਕਵਾਉਣੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਬਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਕਵਾਉਣੀ, like you wants to do it, then ਰਕਵਾਉਣਾ will stay the same. ਮੈਂ ਬੱਸ ਰਕਵਾਉਣੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ car ਰੋਕਣੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ car ਇੱਥੇ ਰੋਕਣੀ, like I want to stop here, first time the Rukna, when it stops by itself, then you can't make this sentence and like when you want to do it, because it's not in your hand, it stops by itself. Then you can say मैं एक कार रुकनी देखना चाहना. So it's different, like you are saying I want to see this car stops, you can't make the sentence directly because you can't do it. When you're driving the car, if you want to stop by yourself, you can do it. Everything is in your hand. You can stop. You're driving, you can stop the car. If your friend is stopping the car, you can tell him to stop. He could stop it. You have something, a power, you can do it, but you can't stop like when it stops by itself. So this type of sentences you can't make that way, like when you want to do it. So yeah, these were the sentences when we use in different situations. There's a few more. Like we can say, let's say, I can say ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਰ ਰਕਵਾ ਦੀ, ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਸ ਰਕਵਾ ਦੀ, like I'm telling you, like you do it for me, let's say you are my friend, you're a conductor, and I'm gonna tell you like ਇੱਥੇ ਬਸ ਰਕਵਾ ਦੀ, ਰਕਵਾ ਦੀ. So it means you have power to stop the bus, I said ਰਕਵਾ ਦੀ. So but you're not gonna stop it, you're gonna tell to a driver, you are gonna whistle it, he gonna stop it. A lot of people have whistles in India when they stop the bus. Mostly conductor direct the bus when to stop, so he has a whistle. If he whistle, driver has to stop the bus because somebody's gonna get off the bus. So yeah, your friend is like he is a conductor and you tell him, then say Rukvadi, like Rukvadi, you are just telling him just do it, for me. So Rukvadi. If you want to request him, like you want to ask him, can you stop it here? Then you say ਰੁਕਵਾ ਦੇਂਗਾ. All right. The formal way is ਰੁਕਵਾ ਸਕਦਾ, ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਸ ਰੁਕਵਾ ਸਕਦਾ. Now it's a formal, nobody says that. Everybody can say ਰੁਕਵਾ ਦੇਂਗਾ, ਤੂੰ ਇਹ ਬਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੁਕਵਾ ਦੇਂਗਾ. So it means you're requesting, to a conductor. Let's say you want to request to a driver, he is your friend, you don't need to go to the conductor, he can do it for you. Then you say ਰੋਕ ਦੇਂਗਾ, ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਸ ਰੋਕ ਦੇਂਗਾ. In formal way, ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਸ ਰੋਕ ਸਕਦਾ, like can you do it? When you say ਰੋਕ ਦੇਂਗਾ or ਰੋਕ ਸਕਦਾ, same thing. So driver, when you are asking driver, you say like ਰੋਕ ਦੇਂਗਾ. Why are you saying ਰੋਕ ਦੇਂਗਾ to a driver but to the conductor like ਰੁਕਵਾ ਦੇਂਗਾ? Because driver is directly driving the car, he could stop it immediately, he had to press the brakes, that's why you tell him, because he's gonna do. But conductor, he can't do it, he has to give the message to the driver. So that's why you say this thing to a conductor like ਰੁਕਵਾ ਦੇਂਗਾ and to driver like ਰੋਕ ਦੇਂਗਾ. All right. So that's why it's different, and there are a lot of these kind of verbs when one person is not doing that kind of activity directly, but he is the reason, that time we use these kind of verbs, like ਰਕਵਾਉਣਾ, ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ, ਬਣਵਾਉਣਾ, ਖਵਾਉਣਾ, like third person is doing activity. So yeah, I'm gonna explain these verbs in upcoming episodes even more. I also explained already some verbs, and yeah, and this type of sentences when we say kar denga, khwa denga, rukwa denga, so it's kind of the way we are requesting, and It's not formal. You won't find in the books. It's always like a tu rok sakda, tu kha sakda, tu kar sakda, like that. So what rukwa denga, kar denga. This is informal. This is how people talk actually. Okay, now it was requesting, but if you want to kind of just so casual, you don't need to request. You just say it, like it's your friend, or you kind of just say it. It's a kind of it's order, not that strong order, but still like a normal statement. If you just want like a stop it here, just like a stop it here. Then to conductor, you will say rakwa Ithe was rakwa Now it's rakwa instead of rakwa denga. Like when you say rakwa denga, it's a kind of request. When you say rakwa it's kind of statement, rakwa. And same to the driver. Before, when you're requesting, you say rok denga. Rok denga is kind of request. But if you just want to say, just stop it here, then you say rok de. Ithe was rok de. Just stop it here. Now, other type of sentences, let's say, now you want to give a statement to a driver or conductor, but you don't want to stop it right now, but you want to tell him where it stops, Let's say you want to stop a bus on the next bus stop, So in Punjabi, we say bus arda, Bus arda means bus stop or bus station. So you want to tell him like a stop the bus for me to next bus station, Then you say, agle bus adde te rok de. All right. Bus agle bus adde te rok di, Now rok din. So when you say rok de, it means stop right now. When you say rok din, it means not right now. Yeah, but you're gonna stop it to next bus stop. If you wanna bus stop maybe in the middle of two bus stops, you can tell him, So when you say rok din, so it means not right now, but you're telling him specific where he's gonna stop in the future, So rok din. Now to the conductor, you're gonna say very differently, Now when you say rakwa ithe was rakwa it means stop it right here. But you don't want to do it now because it's not your bus stop. You're gonna get off in another bus stop. Then you say rakwa din. All right. Agle bus adde te rakwa din. Now rakwa din means in next bus stop. So this is how we talk. Maybe it's too much for you if you're a beginner. Definitely, I think it's too much. But I think if you intermediate, it's really good for you. If you don't want to use all these kind of variation, you can still use simple. But like if you're using that, we know like it's a little weird for us. Like, but if you're using these kind of stuff I'm teaching you, even your Punjabi is not that good, but we think, oh wow, it's good because you're talking like us, But even your English, no, sorry, not English. I mean Punjabi. If your Punjabi even is good, but you are too formal, it looks weird. But I'm not like discouraging you. It's totally fine when you speak it. Everything is good, the way you shouldn't be care about other people. If you're communicating, this is good, But if you wanna make it to the next level, yeah, you should think these kind of stuff, Another thing is more important for understanding, not for speaking. You can speak however you want, but the thing I'm teaching you is very important for understanding. If I telling you like something, ithe was rok de, right? Stop it here. If I'm saying rok de and rok de, you should we know what's the difference, If you don't know, you won't get it. You won't get the way people are talking, That's why I'm teaching you these kind of informal things. Rok de, rok din, rok denga. All these verbs are different, When you say rok denga, it means request. Rok de means stop it right now. Rok di means not right now, but soon, So that's why I'm teaching you. And if you, at the beginning, I think you should just focus on these things so you can understand people. But later, when you become a little bit more familiar, then you should use in your speaking, So even I see some people, mostly Punjabi people who born in Western countries, they lack of these kind of things, They can understand Punjabi well. They can communicate, but this thing make them different, because they are sometimes too formal. Or sometimes they don't understand us, the people who lives in Punjab, but that's the difference, you know. That's little things, it could be a different, and you won't find these kind of things in books. Like you can find the version, like how we use in past, how we use in present, how we use in future. The simple thing you can find in books, but this thing when we say रोक देगा, रोक दी, रोक दे. So these variation is not in the books. It's just in speaking. And that's why I'm teaching you so you can learn it better way, you know? That's why I created this podcast, because you can know the difference between a textbook style Punjabi versus a spoken Punjabi. This is the real spoken Punjabi. This is how we speak. And that's why I'm going to explain a lot of verbs specifically, you know, because when you learn, you won't learn like a listening one time. You have to listen it again and again. You need a lot of repetition. Same thing I teach you today with this verb Rokna, Rukvaona, and Rokna, and I have to also teach you other verbs, you know. Maybe you don't learn immediately, you don't need to memorize it. If you can, you it's good, up to you. But if you have a lot of repetition of the same pattern or in different verbs, one day it's gonna stuck in your head. You're gonna learn slowly. Like this verb, when we say rok de and rok means two different things. Same thing with like kar de and kardi. Like kar de means do it now, kardi means do it soon, but not right now, you know. Kar denga means can you do it? So now this word with karna, which means do, and rokna means stop, you know. So these are two different verbs, but the formula is same, you know, formula is same. Kar de means do it now, rok de means do it now, stop it now, you know. Rok denga means can you stop it? Kar denga, can you do it? So this formula is same. Kar de, rok de, kar denga, rok denga, you know. Kardim, like a do it, not right now, soon. Kardim, rokdim, kardi rokdi, same formula, the different verbs, you know. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys, you know. The formula, repetition again and again with different verbs, so you can be a master. You can learn how Punjabi people talk, all right.